The hike to Iceberg Lake starts from the Iceberg Ptarmigan trailhead, which is located behind the Swiftcurrent Motor Inn in the Many Glacier area of Glacier National Park. There is a small parking lot at the trailhead, but it fills up quickly and you may need to park in the larger parking lot in front of the inn. If you are not there early in the morning, it can be very difficult to find a parking spot anywhere in the Many Glacier area, so I recommend getting up early. If you can't get there early, you can wait until later in the afternoon when the morning hikers start to leave the area. Just make sure you leave yourself enough time to finish the hike. It is a 10-mile hike round trip, and for most people it'll take you at least 4 hours to do. You can also hike from the Many Glacier Hotel, but this will add some distance to your hike. The first quarter of a mile or so of the hike starts with a pretty steep ascent up the mountain to where you eventually meet the Ptarmigan Trail coming from the Many Glacier Hotel. Eventually the trail does level out, and the rest of the hike is mostly a gradual uphill climb. This area is home to many grizzly bears, so I would recommend bringing your bear spray and following the park guidelines around bear safety. We saw a grizzly bear within the first mile or so of our hike. There are also a lot of moose in the area as well. As you hike, you will come to several water features and lots of wildflowers. Depending on the time of year, you may also find huckleberries and other wild berries along the trail as well. If you are not familiar with the berries, I would not recommend eating them, as there are some that are toxic. Bears also like to eat the berries, so please be bear aware if you are in a berry patch. The day we were hiking, there was a lot of smoke in the air from wildfires up in Canada. Luckily, it did not impact our views too much, but having smoke in Glacier in the summer is not uncommon. About halfway to the lake, you will come to the Ptarmigan Falls. This is an awesome little area to take a break and take in the scenery. Unfortunately, you never get a great view of the falls because of the trees and the terrain. In this area there is also a pit toilet if you need to stop, and this is also where the trail splits if you want to go to the Ptarmigan Tunnel, or you can stay to the left and continue on to the lake. As you hike, you also cross other features, such as this avalanche chute which carries down rock and debris from higher up on the mountain. You may also encounter other wildlife like this dusky grouse. Or even this bull moose we spotted cooling off in the little creek below us. As you continue the hike, you will eventually come to another creek crossing with a small footbridge, and then you know you're getting close to the lake. There was some amazing wildflowers and some great vistas of the surrounding cliffs that make up the Ptarmigan Wall in this area. You will then hike over one last little ridge, and as you come out of the trees, you will get your first view of Iceberg Lake. It is an awesome view. It is very difficult to capture just how imposing the cliffs are that surround the lake. There's also another pit toilet here if you need to stop before going down to the lake. When you get down to the lake, you can really appreciate the blue-green glacial waters and the floating chunks of ice that give the lake its name. As you can imagine, the water was freezing cold. It did feel good for a few seconds to put my tired feet in, but it quickly became too cold to handle. We ate our lunch and enjoyed the scenery for a while, and then it was time to start back down. Along the way, we did stop to smell the proverbial flowers and enjoy some of the local wildlife that greeted us along the trail. Despite the smoky conditions, it was an awesome hike. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing. You may also want to check out the description below for more information about hiking in Glacier National Park.